Y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's anti-haul time. Y'all know the drill. Basically, the market is hideously oversaturated, like oversaturated. Y'all, we cannot go a day, a minute, an hour without something either being teased or something being released. We got new eyeshadow, new lipstick, holiday. They're probably going to be starting, oh, look, this is going to be ready for spring. I mean, they are really doing their darndest to pull out all the stuffs. I mean, are they even going to have any creativity left for 2020? But like we always do with the anti-haul, today I'm going to be talking about products that I am most definitely not going to be spending my non-existent coin on. Some things because they're absolutely friggin' stupid, and some things because your girl kinda wants them. And they're probably also stupid too. So, starting us off, we're going to start off with something that I don't think Trendmood even posted. I mean, that is how much makeup is coming out when Trendmood ain't even posting about everything. But the, oh my goodness, Lime Crime Winter Lights palette. Okay, so this one, I mean, it's on Ulta. I believe it's an online only. It's probably an exclusive, probably because ain't nobody gonna be buying it from there. You know, there's no point in having other places have it as well. I mean, I have issues with palettes that are triangles anyway. They're just obnoxious. I don't like them. I'm all about different packaging aesthetic, but triangles, I kind of draw the line there. And you look at it and you're just like, I mean, oh my, it looks a little more interesting when you look at just like the cute little crushed shadows pictures and they're showing it without the cute little red background. But does anyone else look at this and think just like, why? What has possessed us to think that this is either acceptable for holiday, which is a bright, festive, colorful time, or to even think this is acceptable for an eyeshadow on a whole? Like, why? Why did we release this? I mean, we released it because it's holiday and it's time to shill. We're just gonna slap our name on it, just get a bunch of crappy shades, put them in some kind of funky ornate, oh look, it's holiday packaging, and ship it on out. I mean, this is unexciting, it's uninventive, it's just a stupid, cheap, unthought out palette because some person is gonna buy it because it's holiday, but it ain't gonna be me. Okay, then something that I have to anti-haul because 2020 for your girl is gonna be a low buy. I know I said 2019 was gonna be a low buy, but this year I really mean it. I'm gonna be moving, all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be no. So I have to say no to this because there's a part of me that looks at it and wants it. And that is the blush palette from Jouer for holiday. I mean, looking at that beautiful thing, I'm like, give me those blushes, give me that big giant thing of highlighter and let me run. The problem is, as is with all face palettes, you know that I have over here in my lovely collection-ness drawers of face palettes that I don't use. Beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, fantastic formulas, fantastic color theories, all the things I could possibly want in a face palette that I already don't use because I'm lazy and because out of sight, out of mind, I just, for some reason, I used to be all about the face palettes. I was like, give it to me in a face palette and I will use it. And now it's reached the point of give it to me in a face palette and I will never use it. And so this looks absolutely stunning. I have heard fantastic things about Jouer's blush formula, their blush palettes, all that jazz. That highlighter in the middle looks like it would be everything that I could possibly want in a highlighter. But it's probably gonna be like $38 and I don't get that, and it won't get used. It won't get used. It'll sit there like a sad little abandoned orphan and I'll feel bad for spending, you know, money I don't have on something I'm not gonna use. Okay, this next one is sort of like, I understand why it's being released, but for me, there's absolutely no reason I need to buy it. And that is the new Huda Beauty lash glue going on. I mean, I understand because her start on this was doing the lashes thing. But I'm thinking this lash glue is probably gonna be in like the $15 to $20 mark. And I know they're gonna be like, well, this keeps your lashes on from like, you know, morning to evening, through a hurricane, through all the natural disasters, through a zombie apocalypse. And I'm like, that's great, but I have a lash glue that I get at like Sally's Beauty for like $3. And it works well enough, you know? I mean, I'm not planning. I mean, if I'm going through the zombie apocalypse, I don't think I'm gonna be beat. Maybe I will. We don't know. That is a very hypothetical situation. But I'm just like, I have something that works. So I don't feel the need to purchase a potentially overpriced version of something I already have. So like, I mean, I understand. It makes sense that it's being released because she's got the lashes. It's a thing. It's very on brand. But for me and my limited budget and the fact that I don't wear lashes I used to wear lashes every single video. And I got tired and just said, screw it. But I don't wear lashes nearly as much as I used to. I really should get back into it. But for now, I'm just gonna stick to like my Sally's $3 eyelash glue. Then if we're continuing on into Huda Beauty, this is kind of something that I low-key want, like the collector and the whatever in me really wants these. And these are her new, like, more installments in her Obsessions palette. She released the neon ones. I loved those. But she's releasing ones that are like an installment, a new installment from her Nude Nudes palette, which is a palette I really love. So she's got the light, the medium, and the rich. And if you look at these, you're like, oh, they look beautiful. I love her Obsession palettes. I have all the bright ones. I've got the neon ones. You know, it's a format and a formula that I really like. But if you look at these and then you look at like the Huda Beauty New Nudes palette, it's like, am I really getting anything new? If I already have that palette, is there really something that I can't do with that I can do with these? I mean, I like the fact that she's got one for light, one for medium, one for deep. That's nice. Inclusivity, get your shade. Because the part of me is just like, I love that formula. I know I'll use these because for some reason with those palettes, they're so nice and cutely curated that I am very I'm very drawn towards them. But the practical part of me is like, you know, you need to kind of you need to like, you know, you got the new nudes. These are probably not going to bring too much new to the game, but I want them. And if when they release, I do have expendable funds, I might review them because I'm no longer offended by returning something that doesn't work for me. So if y'all would be interested in seeing a review, definitely let me know down below because I'm so torn right now because like I said, I've got the new nudes. Probably isn't that much of a difference. You know, pinky, rosy, mauve tones with a little bit of nude whateverness. But I love that formula, and I know even with the new nudes palette, I would still get a lot of use out of those. But for now, it's a no for me, dog. Let's just do something that is going to be, this one hurts. This one hurts just a little bit because I want these. On the inside, I really want these. Like the aesthetic Soraya is like, yes, whoo. Say, get them. You're going to get so much use out of them. When in reality, the practical, all-knowing Soraya is like, girl, no, you ain't going to use these worth a darn. And that is the new Anastasia Halloween themed loose glitters. They're purple, they're orange, they're yellow, they're green. They got fancy orange. I mean, everything in me wants these. Do I use loose glitters? No. Am I a fan of most loose products? No. Am I someone who does a fancy cut crease that requires a loose glitter that I can do all the whatevers with? No. But y'all, these look so beautiful in the promo. I mean, it's spooky, it's bright neon, whateverness. Like I said, it is taking everything within me not to be like, yeah, I'll totally use glitter. I'll buy these and this will be my transition. I will suddenly become a cut crease glitter using goddess, which in reality, all y'all know that is never gonna happen. But it just might with these. So if any of y'all have them, and if any of all, you know, let me know how they are to work with, if you think they're great, the formula, the whatever, because I really just, They're so pretty. They so pretty. And they spoopy. I mean, I feel like if I give my $1 towards a collection that's like spooky themed, that'll like incentivize the brand to be like, oh hey, this sold well, maybe they'll bring out more next year. But sadly, that probably isn't the case, but even still, I mean, it's just my spookiness, my color lover, everything in me is just like, just do it. Just pull the trigger. This is another one of those, like, I'm anti-hauling it because I don't need it. I don't whatever, but like, who knows? In the future, it may be included in an anti-hauled it but bought it. Okay, then something that I'm definitely not gonna, I'm anti-hauling it and I'm anti-hauling it for good. Lorac used to be a brand that I loved. They were simple, they were chill, they were reliable. And for the past, I want to say probably 2 years, they've been a little kind of all over the place. And they released this holiday collection here. And it just, I mean, for some people, this may be your business. This may be like the best thing that has ever been created. But for me, it just looks like another typical holiday collection. You've got the lip gloss set. You've got the little mini eyeshadow palettes that are mostly shimmers because we're wearing a more festive look. And it's just this big, giant mishmash of different products that they're gonna kind of sell. Then February 1st, they're gonna go on sale. I kind of miss the days of when holiday, and I understand for different reasons, all y'all have been, not all y'all, but some of y'all have been like, hey, we really like the sets with the minis. We really like the sets with the multiple things. That's great. That's fantastic. This is just my thoughts on these things for my own personal preferences. But I remember when holiday was just like, ooh, new palette and maybe a little set of something. And now it's become nothing but absolutely everything. You gotta have the blush palette, you gotta have the eyeshadow palette, you gotta have the lip glosses, the lipstick set, the eyeliners, the just absolutely everything. It's like in the like 2 months of like major holiday, we have to come out with enough product that would have lasted us all year, but we gotta come out with it in that small time. We gotta cover all the bases. And I'm just completely uninspired and uninterested. I just saw it and I was like, Lorac, what happened to you, boo? Who hurt you? Why are you like this now? Like, I know they're kind of a chiller brand in like concept and everything like that, but they've like gone from chill to like completely mundane. Let's talk about something that is really stupid. Let's talk about something that is the ultimate example of a cash grab. Let us talk about something that truly boggles the mind of any sane person. Let's talk about the new Morphe and James Charles palette. Y'all, James didn't want to release a palette shortly after he released the first one because he was like, oh, you see how good it's doing. I don't want to seem like I'm going for a cash grab because, honey, that's all you care about, so... And so we didn't have a new palette. We just kept shilling the one. Like, okay, all right, that's fine. I hated it, but that's just me. Like, all right, it's time for another palette. And we're like, okay, all right, what they gonna pull out now? And it's like, oh, it's the exact same friggin' thing. Except it's mini-sized and has a mirror. Y'all, if Morphe didn't make their palettes the size of a laptop, a big laptop, not even those cute little portable ones, then we wouldn't have to make a miniature version. Maybe cut it off at the head and make smaller palettes to begin with, but no, I mean, why? It literally the exact same palette. I mean, people have been buying this palette and doing this thing, and it's like, well, look, here's my new palette. And it's like, I seen it. We already have it. We bought it. Who thought it was a good idea to greenlight this? Who thought, you know what? Let's take a palette that we already own.
Yeah, we're listening.
A crap ton of people around the world have already bought this palette, so they already own it.
Continue.
Let's take that palette and let's shrink it down and add a mirror.
Revolutionary. Genius. Oh, you are a shining star in the makeup marketing world.
It's the exact same thing. If people are buying this, it's only because they're justifying it by being, oh, well, it's easier to travel with. Oh, it has a mirror now. People aren't buying it because they need these colors. And people are buying it because people blindly purchase whatever James Charles shills. He has become the new Jaclyn Hill, Manny MUA, Laura Lee of Morphe. Quite frankly, I mean, 14 million followers, I mean, duh, Morphe's gonna be like, let's sell with him. But I mean, seriously, like, I mean, and it's just not Morphe and James Charles. If any brand had the audacity, like if Jeffree Star was like, look, blood sugar, but it's this big, I'd be like, really, stupid? Really? I mean, or if, you know, if someone took my favorite, my friggin' holy grail palette of all time, or we're just like, this is a permanent palette that exists. Yeah. We're gonna take it, we're gonna shrink it down and sell it. Why? Oh my goodness. I mean, it screams cash grab. I mean, he's hoping to hook on the people who purchase his stuff just because. Yeah, the people who haven't pulled the trigger on the original one, because it's $39, this one's less expensive. And although it being all like, oh, it's less expensive, it's more accessible, then why are you releasing a $53 brush set? Is it really about it being affordable and more accessible, or is it really about giving you more money to buy more Christian Louboutins? Please pardon my French. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just, I mean, have we really become so oversaturated to the point that the new makeup we need to release is just a miniature version of makeup that already exists? Like I said, it's just a cash grab for the people who are still buying whatever his whateverness, people who haven't, you know, bought the palette already. It's just, I mean, it is the most disrespectful cash grab I have ever seen. I hope no one's happy about it. I hope nobody buys it. I mean, maybe making it smaller and pressing those shadows a different way made the formula better. One of y'all let me know. Okay, and then some things I feel, well, let's cover this thing. This isn't so much an anti-haul of an item. This is going to be me getting a little bit opinionated, like I've never been that before. Oh, say it ain't so. But this is something that's probably just my own issues, my own whatever. And that is when, you know, I know it's Trendmood's job to, you know, manage the account and tell us about new releases, and it's all great and wonderful. But whenever she does her like Trendmood spotlight, and she's all like, oh wow, look at this cute little indie brand that I'm like gracing with presence upon my page. I mean, if she can go through and she can, like, you know, list every blinking ColourPop release, every Anastasia release we've had this year, she could do a little bit more than just an occasional spotlight. I mean, y'all, there are Instagram accounts that literally do nothing but talk about and report on the new indie makeup releases. So this is just me. I'm kind of just like I said, I feel a certain way where it's just kind of like, oh, look at this cute little indie brand that I'm showering some whateverness on. Probably just me, probably just reading too much into it, but I wanted to give my 2 cents anyway. All right, then some things that I don't feel too passionate about. The Dominique Cosmetics holiday looks absolutely boring. I literally look at it and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I love my latte palette. I love my berries and cream palette. I wanted the like fancy celestial one, but this just looks absolutely, I mean, it just looks, okay, you got like a light purple, a light pink. I mean, it's like gonna be like, I mean, it's a palette for the palest of people. I mean, anyone with any melanin, that's gonna be ashy as all get out. It's just, to me, it's very uninspiring. It does absolutely nothing to me. It's just a holiday thing. It's a little mini palette and it comes with 2 lip things or something or the other. It's just a little mini holiday cash grab that I have absolutely no intention of grabbing. Then one that a couple of y'all have actually asked me about is the new ColourPop Smoke Show collection, but specifically the eyeshadow palette. Now this is kind of funny. For someone who is as gothically inclined as I am, I do not gravitate towards black palettes. I think part of it may be because black is such an intimidating color. I have blacks in my collection from Kat Von D, from Huda Beauty, from Anastasia Beverly Hills, from Lunar Beauty, Jeffree Star. I mean, I've just got a myriad of blacks that I already own that I know that I love. I just don't look at a palette like this and get really inspired. I know, it's crazy. I'm somewhat gothically inclined, and these kind of palettes, they just, like, if I want a black, if I want to use black, I'll go and find a black. I don't need a whole palette. It's the same thing with the Lime Crime Venus Immortalis. It just didn't do it for me. I don't need a whole palette of that. And maybe I do. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about because I've never had a whole palette like that, except for the Kat Von D Interstellar palette, which doesn't exist anymore. That was my like cool tone go-to goth palette that I should remove from my collection because I've had it for like 27 years. But I'm just not interested in it. I think ColourPop needs to like chill and like stop making their monochromatic palettes because before they run out of colors. I mean, the community on a whole just needs to chill. No more. I'm done. I need to just too much. Those are my thoughts on those particular products. Obviously, let me know what you think about them down below. If you're going to purchase them, you feel the same way. And let me know something that you are planning on anti-hauling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. And as always, keep it real. Mwah.